Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another video. You've seen the title in the video. This is Kendrick Lamar and Drake's beef. This will serve as a purpose for people who can't keep up with the beef right now. All right, let's go. All right, so this entire beef started all the way back in, 2009, 2008, when a young Drake found out about a young Kendrick Lamar. And he would take him out on his first tour and would show him what the famous life is. Also, they would work on each other's project together with songs like Poetic Justice on Good Kid, Mad City and Buried Alive on Interlude on Take Care. In the year 2013, Kendrick Lamar on Big Sean's single or his album, he drops the infamous Control verse, with Kendrick Lamar being one of the features. And whereas Kendrick Lamar takes not only shots at Drake, but he takes shots at a bunch of other rappers. But most of the other rappers didn't really take it too seriously and only looked at it as friendly competition. Whereas Drake, he took it to the heart, and he would even publicly state that he didn't really fuck with Kendrick Lamar, which would lead to a couple of years of them just sneak dissing each other. There's been multiple songs where they mention each other's, they've never mentioned each other's name. Control verse, they never worked together again. Subliminal disses towards each other. And this would all boil over into the year 2023. So we're close to the present day. Okay, this is not present day yet, but in 2023, Drake drops the album For All the Dogs, and on For All the Dogs, he has the song First Person Shooter, where it's basically referring to Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar as the big three, but Drake and Cole are bigger than K-Dot, and they're better artists than K-Dot. Kenny catches wind of that, so you know what he does? He sits there and waits until the following year when Metro Boomin and Future drop their album We Don't Trust You, and he hops on the song Like That. Alright, congratulations, you're caught up to the present day now. On the song Like That, K-Dot goes after Drake more than he goes after Cole, because of course Drake's the bigger artist than Cole is, respectfully. He also he starts out by warning both of them about not saying anything, about them just keeping quiet and staying still and not saying anything about this. He also says that there's no big three, and how it's just him at the top. He refers to himself kindly as Prince, whereas Drake refers to himself as Michael Jackson. He has a verse on the track saying that he will outlive Michael Jackson, being that Michael Jackson died in 2009 and Prince died in 2016. Also, something that came back to bite Drake is Kenny saying that he would dox Drake on the feature. Approximately 27 days later, or 3 weeks and some change, Drake drops Push-Ups, which on the song, Drake reassures K-Dot that he won't be taking anybody's jewelry because, in fact, he's short. That's also hence why the song has size 7 on it. He also calls K-Dot a coward and how he's ready for war. He also takes shots at his label and saying how he doesn't own his own music and owes all his 50% of his profits towards his old label TDE. He calls the last album mid. He also makes fun of him for catering towards the mainstream if he is hailed as the savior of rap by many old school rap fans. He also mentions his wife, which is a big no-no considering that Drake lost the last time he mentioned somebody's wife. So yeah. 11 days after Drake drops Push-Ups, Kenny drops Euphoria, which goes over in the song. It details Kendrick Lamar questions whether or not Drake is untouchable. He calls Drake's music meaningless and repetitive, which, I don't know, you can make that decision for yourself. He also makes fun of Drake's plastic surgery that he got and even names the machine that his plastic surgeon used, basically. He also mentions Drake's insecurities about being biracial and being how his mother is white and she's Jewish and his father is black. Drake also acts like a female around women like Sexy Red and calls out him for trying to take down the Like That record. 3 days after that, Kenny Boy drops another track, 616 LA, and this song details the same thing that he talked about in the last song, being how at the beginning of the song it's very eerie. That's because he uses the model V12, which is commonly referred to using that when you're doing plastic surgery. An even bigger dig on Drake's plastic surgery problem. He also references that OVO has a mole, and Kenny also knows that Drake's trying to pay people to get dirt on him, and Drake uses a lot of Twitter bots on his side. Pretty weird. On the same dang day, Drake drops Family Matters, which in the song it details Kenny beats up on his wife and tries to hide the info. Kendrick Lamar loves white women more than he loves black women, which has already been known for years. He also references that K-Dot's manager Anthony Top makes Kendrick do features for white pop artists to appeal to the mainstream and make a quick buck off of that. He also switches the narrative from before, where it was he was Mike, now Kendrick's Mike and he's Prince. May 4th, a day later, what is it? K-Dot drops Meet the Grams. He, on the song, it's basically straightforward. It's the title in the song. He basically goes down and by one, it talks about each one of Drizzy's family members and breaks down starting from the top at his son and going all the way down to Aubrey. He alludes to Drake having a secret daughter, which we can't deny nor confirm yet, so we gotta wait for that. He also connects each one of his family members to Drake and explains why he's such a bad person to them on the song. The following day, Kitty Boy drops the best track and the most club bopping track, Not Like Us, where he goes over and talks about Drake's underage women problem, which is turned out to be false. He also talks about how Drake's camp is a bunch full of weirdos, which it kind of are, because Party has a problem with playing with his nose, and Baka has gone to jail multiple times, or Baka has been to jail at least more than once. He also talks about a very key piece of information in this song, where he talks about how Drake uses the ATL as a way to means to further push his rap career using ATL artists. He also calls OVO a bunch full of pussies with the lyric OVO, and also defends Tupac, and he also tells him not to disrespect Serena Williams ever again. On May 5th, Drake drops The Heart Part 6. On this track, some of the lyrics, some of the topics he talks about entails Drake's lies about Kendrick Lamar's lines being tapped when Kenny alluded to the fact that Drake has a mole. Drake also boasts how he has more experience when it comes to diss tracks than Kendrick Lamar does, which is kind of true. Drake also mentions how he had quote unquote planted the fake daughter information, which has later been confirmed to be false. Kenny's manager having an affair with his wife has also been confirmed to be false, which he talked about in the track. Kind of weird. He later, where a lot of people didn't like the track, was he tried to tie Kendrick Lamar's childhood trauma into being one of the main reasons why he cares about pedo so much. He also denies the fact that he talks to underage girls multiple times on this record, and Kendrick Lamar still has a habit of beating on his wife.